You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, Internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Hey, this is John Preston, Marine Combat Veteran and Pacific Records recording artist. Just reaching out to have you check out our new album, Battle Cry, Songs of America's Heroes, an album featuring phenomenal other combat veteran artists like Scott Brown of the Scooter Brown Band, Ryan Weaver, Rowdy Johnson, just an incredible mix of people. This is all veterans telling our stories and our lives, and we're giving 100% of our proceeds to the Valkyrie Initiative to help veterans and first responders integrate back into society. I myself have battled with post-traumatic stress for many years and lost my own brother, a Marine Corps veteran, to suicide. I ask that you step with us and make this happen. We are in pre-order right now and release on March 17th. Go to iTunes, go to Amazon, buy. We plan on making the charts and making it at a very high level, and your support right now makes a difference. This is the release of my new song, Superman Falls, which is actually about the loss of my own brother, which happened last year. And I would love for everyone to check it out, to listen, and hopefully it'll make a difference in many lives.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-553-8687. That's 800-553-8687. Again, 800-553-8687. 8687.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Sometimes riders feel lost, unsure why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, offering manuscript critiques and line edits through a mentoring editorial style. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services, visit blackwolfeditorial.com.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-353-6490. That's 1-800-353-6490. Again, 1-800-353-6490.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, Internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Hey, KLRN Radio listeners. I hope you're having a great weekend. This episode is going to be packed. Both shows were pretty quick this week, and I was able to fit both of them into this episode along with some bonus content. The first part of the show will be the pride of New Zealand, Benny Mac, who is calling in from another country this week. That was really fun. It's always nice to include a new country that the show's broadcast from. Benny and I typically stream his episodes live on Periscope, so if you have the Periscope app, follow at Benny Mac or at Jason Marshall and the number 2. And if you don't have Periscope, you can still follow us on Twitter and it'll show up there as well. After that, there will be an episode of Martial Law. Mama Kate once again summoned Choo Choo Stew to court because she felt slighted. KLRN Radio listeners will be the first to hear bonus content from that episode, which is the pre and the post shows. I released it as bonus content inside of the episode, but it doesn't seem to have been distributed, so you guys get an exclusive. You can also see a video of the person who lost their case fulfilling their punishment on the show's Facebook page. Just go to facebook.com/WeDon'tHaveCookies. I'll have a link to that in the show notes, so please check out that video and give the Facebook page a like while you're there. I told you there was a lot in this episode. I really hope you enjoy it. If you do, send me an email and tell me what you liked. I'd love to hear from you. My email address is jason@WeDon'tHaveCookies.com, but you can also call me and leave a voicemail by calling 929-266-9342. All of that information will be included in the show notes as well, so if you didn't catch it, just go to the description of the episode. It'll be right there. I have another round of great shows coming up next week, so make sure you don't miss it and tell your friends about the show too. The best way for the show to grow is through word of mouth, and it really would mean a lot to me. Tomorrow's episode will be the rebroadcast of one of the top 5, maybe top 3 funniest shows that I've ever done with a guest who has since been banned from the show. You're going to love that episode, and if enough people email me, I may tell the story of why that person was banned on a future episode, which will be another KLRN Radio exclusive. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to We Don't Have Cookies, Dummies of the Year edition with your hosts, Jason Marshall and Benny Mac.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to September's Dumbass of the Year. And with me, as usual, Benny Mac, and we have new show intro music, which includes, well, it's not show intro music, but we have a new intro to the show that includes Benny in the intro.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, I just had that.
September Dumbass of the Year. I can't believe it. I'm psyched to be here with you, Jason Marshall.
I just had that intro recorded last night just for you, man. It wasn't fair to have the Dumbass of the Year intro and not have Benny Mac's name in there.
Oh, man, I've made it. I feel like I've made it.
I felt like I made it a couple of days ago, and it's all thanks to you. I was on Periscope.
What?
I was checking out somebody's Periscope video. I was in the chat. I was just talking to the guy who was doing the video, and he recognized me from the Dumbass of the Year videos that we do.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Hey, you know, I don't have thousands and thousands of fans, but those fans that I do have, man, they're a loyal bunch.
Yeah, it was really awesome. So everybody check out Goonies for Life. If you go on Periscope, make sure you give him a follow.
Oh, awesome. Sharing the love. So it sounds like it might be a quick episode this week with maybe only a couple of dumbasses this month.
Yeah, we only got 2. Before we get into that, the big elephant in the room, if you will, Benny is in Pakistan right now, which is awesome.
Man, oh man, I think I'd like to thank Mark Zuckerberg for this misunderstanding. You see, that Facebook location swap thing, it's not so accurate. I'm actually in a beautiful, isolated tropical island in Vanuatu called Tana Island. And I'm not in Pakistan. Facebook don't know where I am. Mark Zuckerberg's thought it out, man. This is cultural misappropriation, and I don't like it.
How the hell did that happen?
It's typical white man just lumping them all together, you know? No, it's the spelling of the place, okay? It's the simple spelling of the place, and the fact that this place is so isolated. I asked one guy, does this place even have any maps? And he just looked at me like, no. Man, oh man. Everyone gets around on four-wheel drives. 90% of the roads are unsealed.
Wow.
People are still living in their natural village state, living the custom life, they call it, respecting the land, sea, and sky gods, and living below an enormous active volcano. You've heard it on the news. This is one of those places right here in Vanuatu.
That's awesome, man. What are you doing over there?
I'm working with a Japanese film crew, and we're shooting a TV show. And what that show, it's sort of like a Japanese-style Survivor, but it's got a real interesting reality clause to it, which is they've got to live the custom life. They've got to live on the land, build their own huts, walk around wearing their penis gourds in the nude, essentially, and basically hunt for their food, fish, and basically live the island life.
Wow, that sounds awesome. How long are you going to be over there?
Our trip over here is about 2 weeks or about 14 days. So most of our time is spent on this island. I'll be spending a few days over in civilization. Maybe you drive around some quad bikes on the street. Maybe you get one of those UTV vehicles and peel that down on one of these beautiful white sand beaches. I don't know, maybe rent a jet ski. But right now, I'm covered in dust. I've been walking around in bare feet, climbing volcanoes, talking to the locals. It's been a beautiful experience. The people here, there's a reason why they call it the friendly or the happy islands. And these people are some of the most friendly, happiest people I've ever met. And it's heartwarming.
Yeah, that's really nice, man. It's good to hear.
It really is, man. And it makes you realize what you've got. Like my brother, Jason Marshall, we're brothers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And family, it's all about family.
Yeah.
And unity. So even those dumbasses are all united, you know? As stupid as they are, they've still got a place in our heart.
And I can't wait until the actual Dumbass of the Year where we have all 12 of them together.
I know, right? I know. We're going to fly them out on a private charter to Vegas. We're going to get us some lap dances. I don't know, maybe do some blow off the toilet seat. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited.
Well, before we get into this month's Dumbasses, I have a this or that scenario from our friends over at the This or That podcast. And this one actually might come kind of close to home for you. It's, would you rather sleep in the sand or walk in jelly?
Frankly, I've got no problem with either. Jelly tastes a lot better between the teeth. Sand probably feels a lot better between the toes. So I guess it depends whether you want to eat some horse hoofs or whether you want to walk around in some destroyed shells and some, lie and roll around in some dead marine life. So it's up to you. Either way, you're essentially bathing in the death of another animal, pretty standard. So what I'd like to do is have a jelly fight on the beach, I think.
Sounds fun.
Crazy answer, but man, oh man. Horse hoofs. That's what it is. Horse hooves. Look it up.
That is crazy to think of it that way, isn't it?
It really is.
It's delicious. And you would never know that if you looked at a horse hoof.
Exactly. Walking around in all the slop like that. Ain't that something?
Well, this month's Dumbasses of the Year, there's only 2 this month. The first one is a California man who ate a live black widow spider in hopes to get a job at a Halloween festival.
Right. Yeah.
How long do you
Not a good move.
How long do you got to be unemployed before you think that's a good tactic to get a job?
I know, right? I mean, hey, Jackass, when that was out, he could have maybe got a job with them. That would have been something consistent. Maybe got a couple of movies. Maybe he got lucky and did the 3D movie when that was cool. But eating a black widow spider just so that you can get a job on Halloween, I mean, that's only one day a year. Yeah, I mean, man, oh man, his medical bills would have far exceeded any revenue that work and that form of employment could have produced. I don't know where his head was at. But man, hey, we're talking about him now. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off a bat live on stage and spit it into the crowd. I think that eating a black widow spider, hey, that gains a level of trust. If I was ever in the bush in the tropics with that guy and I saw something, a deadly rattlesnake, maybe something jumping out of bush, someone with a bow and arrow, that guy will just jump out there and eat it.
Yeah, he would be a good guy to have around. He would be a good candidate.
This guy's a hero. Man, oh man, we should put him on the title song. Man.
I tried to get a hold of that guy to get him on the show, but strangely enough, he's kind of hard to get a hold of. There's not a lot of social media presence for him.
He's one of those mysterious ghost characters. They only lurk in the shadows. You can't find them if you're looking for them. They're going to track you down. So maybe he's just going to give you a call soon and spook you.
You never know.
He's a professional frightener, so I don't doubt him. I'm sure he could get you even when you're on edge looking for him, you know? Wow, there you are. I see you.
He looks pretty creepy. I wouldn't put it past him to show up at my house someday.
At night. All right, man. Damn. Where's that guy from?
He's in California. And I watched,
there you go.
I watched the video of him eating that black widow spider. And the guy who he was trying to impress asked him if he's ever been bitten before, because apparently this guy does it all the time. And he said, yeah, he's been bitten twice, but he keeps pills on him. Yeah, I know. But he keeps pills on him.
Well, you got to carry pills?
Yeah, just in case.
I think that's important.
And the pills were 3 ibuprofen. So I'm not sure how far that's going to get him.
So they weren't even anti-venom. And they were like I think that's like an anti-inflammation. That's good if you've rolled an ankle or something and you got a bit of a swelling in the joint. I don't think it's sort of like swelling on all occasions. It's not like a cure-all. You can't get bit by a poisonous rattle and pop, say, a little ibuprofen or something. You need something a bit stronger. You need to contact a medical team that specializes in these sort of arachnids, these arachnid spiders, and you need a vial. You need a temperature-controlled vial of this vaccine, and that's going to counteract the problems before your limbs rot off.
Yeah, it's ibuprofen.
Or your
not
face.
The way to go.
Let alone letting it bite your face, your whole head's liable to fall off. I've seen a chicken running around with its head up. I'm not sure if it works too well for a human. I think we've got a few more operations going on in our system. Standing vertically and all.
You offer him a job at a Halloween festival, and he might let you try it.
Man, it would be a hell of a show. Well, that's him. Get him in. Let him put on a show. If it's his last show, hey, he went out with a bang.
They'll never forget him.
They'll never forget him. That guy's got a place in my heart, that's for sure. And I'm sure he's got a bit of venom in his heart, too.
The last nominee is me. One more time. I know. Second month in a row.
Wow.
For messing up the intros to the past few shows. I nominated myself on the 18th. So the show intros have been okay now, but at that point I didn't realize it. But in the intros to the show, I had the intro for this month's Dumbass of the Year instead of just the normal show, which I thought was kind of appropriate. I was fucking up and I was a dumbass and I was introing the Dumbass of the Year episodes.
Oh man, you've done it again. You've done it again, Jason Marshall. I mean, didn't we talk about this spider guy last month?
Did we?
You tell me. I think we're repeating ourselves here.
No,
but I like it. It's hilarious. And I wouldn't be surprised, viewers. I wouldn't be surprised. This Jason Marshall, he's such a character. Chances are this show is a complete and utter, what's the word? Flap and flappery or something.
You know what? We did talk about him. And what happened was he was a nominee for September. And we made him the nominee for last month on the show where we were doing for August. So it all just
I think, you know what we need to do? We need to stop deleting the months. We just need to stop running by the calendar year. That's a social construct. So is time. We don't need to run by that. All we need to do is give the episode a title like of the month. What month? I don't give a damn. Just any month. It's going to be way less confusing. At the end of the year, we do a whole cleanup. It's like a spring clean. We figure out what we want. We rig it. We're writing the script. We rig the elections. just like the politicians do. And man, oh man, it's a hell of a show. I hope you love it like I do. It's so invigorating. I'm getting my endorphins.
That is a good point, though. I think from now on, we should never nominate somebody for Dumbass of the Week and have it on the Dumbass of the Month show. It gets way too confusing.
Man, I'm learning, you're learning. This is a whole new experience. Everyone's learning together, trying to figure it out.
At this point,
one step at a time.
At this point, it's past 3 a.m. here in the States.
I think it's the time. I think it's a situation about time zones. I think it's a whole range of beautiful things. It could be the energies that are sort of flowing around the world at this moment here. I mean, hey, maybe you're just utterly concerned for this poor guy and you need to get that treatment to him. You need to put that vial on a drone. You need to get that drone there with that secret amoeba inside it, and that's going to prevent his face from falling off. You like this guy. You want to find him. You want to make sure he's not dead. Somewhere inside of you, you're scared, Jason Marshall.
That's why I nominated him twice. He needs to get some of that Dumbass of the Year money in December. So
man, we got to pick him. We can't keep picking you, bro. Okay, so it's definitely the spider eater, the arachnid man from California. He's this month's Dumbass of the Year. I reckon that's true.
Yeah, and hopefully we will be able to find that guy and get him on the show sometime. I have been working on that.
Man, oh man. I like that. We're going to get him on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, with your help, we're going to track him down, make sure he's not comatose or slumbering around in some corner or lurching around like he's under the influence of some highly poisonous toxin. We're going to revive his heart. We're going to slap an insulin needle, puncture his chest plate with an insulin needle, and punch him full of adrenaline. He's going to be up on his feet in no time, climbing trees, finding more spiders.
And you know what? I feel like a real dumbass now because this whole time, whatever I was looking at, it said you were in Pakistan. And I made a Facebook post saying that me and you are going to go live here soon. I made it on the We Don't Have Cookies Facebook page. Make sure you give that a like. And I said,
man.
Benny Mac's going to be on the show from Pakistan. Why is he there? You'll have to listen to the show and find out. Well, hopefully they did listen to the show, and now they know you're not in Pakistan at all.
Man, I'm technically there. As far as Mark Zuckerberg's concerned, I'm in Pakistan right now. But that's cool. A little bit of a clickbait title. I like that. It's all interesting. It's different. It's something new. It's something to conjure a few visions in the mind. And man, oh man, if Pakistan it is, let it be.
You sent me a few pictures. And I never thought Pakistan would ever look like that. That must be a really, really far Asian part of Pakistan.
Man, yeah, it is. It really is, Oh, man, no, but really, this is an amazing place, Jason. It's great to have you and the team tuning in, doing this remote broadcast. I'm surprised the internet's holding out. We're off the grid. You might be able to hear the sounds of a generator running in the background. There's literally pickaninnies scrambling all over the bushes here. It's a beautiful sight to see.
Yeah, you'll have to take some pictures and we'll put them up on the Facebook page, man. It sounds like a wonderful place.
It really is, man. They live in the traditional means. They have houses high in banyan trees, and they perform these amazing dances and feasts and ceremonies, and they just live the custom life.
Sounds like a good time, man. I really wish I could be there. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm a lucky guy. This is the second time that my job's brought me here, so each time I learn a bit more and feel a bit more at home and get to meet and become friends with a few more of the locals.
Sounds good, man. Do you got anything you want to plug before we go?
No, buddy. No, I just want everyone to win on, keep being successful, follow your dreams, and just do what you do, because ain't nobody going to do it better than you.
Sounds good, and I want to thank everybody for downloading the episode. I hope you had fun. I hope you're not mad that he wasn't in Pakistan.
Next week.
I really thought that's where he was. I wasn't trying to mislead anybody.
It's all right, man. Hey, remember, it's Mark Zuckerberg's fault, man. You're not going to get done for that cultural misappropriation or whatever they say. You're good. You're good.
All right, guys. And the very next episode is going to be an episode of martial law between Mama Kate and Choo Choo Stew. And I know what everybody's thinking. Jason, every time you announce something's going to happen on the show, it always falls through. You even nominated yourself as Dumbass of the Year because of the curse. Well, I already have it recorded. I already have it edited. I just have to publish it.
Man, oh man.
Hopefully,
you know what I think?
Myself.
I don't think you jinx yourself, but you know what I think? Ooh, I love me some Mama Kate.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for us. I hope you're having a great week. I'll talk to you soon.
Right on.
Thanks for listening. Tell your friends about the show and leave a review. See you next time.
I'm not in Pakistan. Facebook don't know where I am. Mark Zuckerberg's thought it out, man.
I'm glad we're moving on, that we've both gotten over it. Our breakup was pretty bad there for a while. I look back and feel stupid. It's stupid, I was mad. I've been so juvenile. But now that's all over, and peace has been made. And there's just one little thing unsaid that needs to be said. So like, that time a guy drove by and threw a sandwich at your head. That was me. Last Thursday night when the nightclub said they lost your coat. That was me. Social Security believes that you are dead. Thanks to me, when in the shower you found that tongue instead of soap. Well, that was me. That was me. I feel really good. The truth is coming out, and I'm just glad we didn't let things go too far. I may have spent $591.18 ruining your life, but I can't afford to let our friendship fall apart. Thank God that's all over. The pain's at an end, and we can be happy as friends. I think enough time has passed that we can look back and laugh. I know I can. The last 3 chapters of all your books that were all torn out. That was me. Who signed you up for the Scientology mailing list? That was me. Somebody peed in your Brita. And that somebody was me. And who wrote that email virus hoping it would get to you? And I'll bet it did. That was me. That was me. Then someone told you I was sorry in a note left on your door. That was my roommate, and because of that, he's no one's roommate anymore. I think we've learned a lot from this. God knows I have. 'Cause I've learned how to sign your name and plug your drain and make it rain and plant drugs and drug your plants and shrink your pants, post videos of you throwing up in your hands. And I was responsible for the events of September 11th, 2008, the year somebody stuck a banana in your grandma's tailpipe. And when I say tailpipe, I'm really sorry. And that time you thought that there was just one more stare. That was me. And when that guy hit your new boyfriend with a bat, that was not me. But he did it on my behalf for a fee. That filled in crossword, that was me. Your new car was dirty. Someone wrote wash me on the hood with a key and shot your dog into space. And that time you got drunk at the costume party and hooked up with that Japanese dude that never called you back. And on that online message board, whose kingdom of the crystal skull. I didn't think you'd actually do it. That was me, the old me.
Welcome to We Don't Have Cookies, Martial Law Edition, with your host, Jason Marshall. All rise. The Honorable Jason Marshall presiding.
Thank you, Bailiff Maya. Welcome to Martial Law. Today, the plaintiff is Mama Kate. She's here today because she is upset that the defendant, Choo Choo Stew, came into our great nation of the United States of America, all the way from London, England, and not just anywhere in the United States of America. He came to Michigan, and for those not familiar, we live in Ohio. About 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
not far is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Look at that on a map if you need to.
And before the proceedings start, I just want to say, Choo Choo Stew, I want to make sure that you know that I am not biased in any way, even though I can't fathom what your defense could possibly be. I don't want you to not try as hard as possible, because quite frankly, you should.
Yeah.
So.
It feels personal. That's what we're saying.
So, I'm going to let Mama Kate give her
But you
her
just
side
said
of the
it all.
argument.
I mean, you just said it all.
Yeah, but we got to do something.
We do these shows together.
You could introduce me.
We thought we were part of the podcast family, Choo Choo Stew. We thought we were the Pottern family, but yet you don't even come visit your Ohio cousins. You're like, no, fuck you. I'm headed to Michigan and straight to Canada.
Pod and Family was so 2016.
That's true.
Isn't it? No,
Apparently, he's just like, fuck them all. I'm big time now. So I'm just going to do my thing and not care about anyone else's feelings, Stu. That's what I hear. I don't care about your feelings.
I'm a bit nervous here in my part of the court.
But anyway, what say ye to these charges, Stu?
As in guilty or not guilty?
Yeah. First of all, how do you plead?
I plead not guilty.
Okay.
For a start.
Because
although
you did come to Ohio.
I am guilty of not coming to Ohio. I'm guilty of that, but I plead ignorance, really. That is my plea.
Because you didn't know where Ohio was? That it was
well, I didn't know Ohio was in America.
We are the great Buckeye State.
We do have a pretty thick Caribbean accent.
Yeah, I can understand why you would think that.
Sorry, Mon.
Hey, Mon.
Now you see, I've got a brother that I don't go to visit half as much as I should do, and he lives on an island on the Isle of Wight, which is just off the south coast of England, and it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours drive plus the ferry. And that's quite a long way.
Yeah, but
for
your
me.
brother's probably an asshole, and we're great people you've never met before. So,
so
why would you come to Ohio, Stu? Why?
I didn't know it was there. I didn't know it was so close. Honestly, I didn't realise Detroit was so close to Canada, which is where I was. I was going to Canada after all.
Yeah.
And Detroit was just my landing point. Yeah, just so happened there. Had I stayed a bit longer. But anyway, that's my reason.
How long
because
were you in the U.S.?
About 6 days.
6 days?
Well, not in the US.
And you didn't have time to come to Ohio? Come on.
I would have done. In hindsight, I would have done. Definitely, like now looking at the map, I see a place called like Toledo, Columbus, I've heard of, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I've definitely done all of those places.
My daughter's at school right by Toledo.
We're a suburb of Cincinnati. We went over that on a show nobody heard.
Because Jason forgot to hit record.
We just did an hour show that didn't get recorded. Yeah, so I would like to know what your defense would be. Again, I'm completely unbiased.
Okay, but
I don't want you to think my questioning is showing any kind of tendency to how I'm going to rule on this case.
Didn't it ever occur to you when you were like, hey, I'm going to the United States. Maybe I should see where this Ohio place is. Maybe we could get together. That clearly were not in your thoughts at all. And that's what really upsets me, Stu. So really breaks my heart.
My two main concerns about entering the United States was they hand out guns basically at the airport. If you haven't, they ask you if you've got a gun. If you haven't got one, they will arm you with at least one.
Especially when you go to Detroit, because it's really just for your protection. There are bears taking over some of the abandoned places.
But if you want to buy a 6-pack of beer, right? Mm-hmm. Or like, for instance, if I run out of beers and wine or whatever, I would go down my supermarket or just down the road 24 hours a day. I can buy a bottle of wine, case of beers, and bottle of whiskey or whatever I want, all in the same shop. Within 5 minutes, I've got hundreds of places that sell it. Now over there, they'll hand out a gun to me, but they won't trust me with buying a bottle of whiskey in the same store as you can buy cans of beer.
Yeah, they do have state stores. But here in Ohio, we have this thing called the drive-through, which I didn't realize until I traveled a little bit, that these were not things that are all over the place, where you actually just pull up in this garage type of dwelling place. And it's just full of beer and pop and cigarettes and chips and candy. And somebody comes up and they're like, what do you want? And you're like, I want a 6-pack. And they're like, okay. And they hand it to you and you pay them and you drive off. It's like, it's like McDonald's for beer.
Is it like some old shack, like with this fella with a bit of straw hanging out the corner of his mouth, and he's wearing these dungarees?
Some of them. You can pull up there smoking a joint, and they'll be like, "What do you want?"
Rolling papers, obviously. Which they have those
and
too.
A lot of them now sell like bowls and bongs and stuff in there. I mean, you can really get anything.
Mm-hmm. And liquor, as long as it's a certain percentage. They sell Mad Dog and stuff like that.
I say over here, it's just so easy to get it. But
if somebody had come to Ohio, we could have shown you the drive-through and how magical they are.
Well, my thing is, and again, I don't want you to think I'm being biased here, but we could have just went up to Michigan and met you at the airport. We could have went to IHOP, and then you could have went to Canada. We wouldn't have had to take a day out of it or anything like that.
Yeah, but he didn't even tell us he was coming. Nothing. No communications.
I know. In hindsight, I should have. I should have said yes. I mean, I nearly never made it to Detroit, to be honest, because I missed my connection in New York, because the Americans took so long. The queue was so long. The immigration. Yeah. It was like a mile-long queue, and then when I finally got to the front, the geezer that was like dealing with fingerprints and passports, he kept going off for a cup of tea or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he kept disappearing.
It's not tea, I can tell you that.
So, and then by the time he finished with me, I then had to go and find my suitcase, and then line up again to get my suitcase searched because I had food in my bag. So by that time, I knew I'd well and truly missed my flight. But so then I had to stick around for about 4 hours, in that airport as well.
Yeah.
Before flying to Detroit. But so in hindsight, what I should have done is hired a car from Detroit and then drove myself down to 75.
Somebody's been looking at a map.
I kind of feel bad. I don't know if this is an episode of martial law or just the roast of Choo Choo Stew.
Can't help it. My feelings are hurt.
But next time, it's definitely got to be on my, it's got to be on my destination list.
I do want to say that I can tell the remorse in your voice.
There is much remorse, but then looking at the map, I might drive straight through Ohio and head on to Kentucky or maybe West Virginia.
So you're going to see Kenny Bolin before you come and see us.
There's so many places that I'd like to see. Nashville used to be one of my big ones. I'm not too bothered, but there's just so many places that I'd like to go and see. Knoxville. It's probably a shithole, but it sounds good.
I have family around Knoxville. I can tell you It might be one of the places you can just go ahead and cross off your list. It's a nice place. I just don't know if I would buy a ticket from the UK all the way over here.
Just to check it out. Yeah.
If you're driving through someplace, you might want to check out the mall or something. But all right. I think I've gathered all the information that I need. We're going to take a recess. When we come back.
Guilty.
When we come back, I'll have my ruling.
Guilty.
And I will also issue the punishment.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Hi, everybody. Guess who's back? You know what it's time for? Put your hands up. Come on, everybody, put your hands up. It's time for everyone to put your hands up over your head. Can you do just what I say? Now turn around. Come on, everybody, now turn around. It's time for everybody to turn around and face the wall. Can you do just what I say? Take your wallet and throw it in the bag. Or take your wallet and also your watch and your jewelry. Hey, everyone's doing such a great job. I don't think anyone's gonna get hurt. Now lay down on the floor and be real still. Lay down on the floor and don't say a word. Lay down on the floor and close your eyes. Oi, that means everybody. It'd be a shame if someone had to get taken out this late in the game. Now do just what I say. For your own sake, do just what I say. Now, we are gonna go and hide. But while we do that, I want you to stay here and count really high. All the way to 1,000. As soon as you reach 1,000, you can open your eyes and go tell your friends everything we did today. But not before you reach 1,000, right? Ready? Here we go. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All rise.
Thank you, Bailiff Maya. It is my understanding that both parties have been removed from the courtroom for indecent conduct, which you can hear the start of by Mama Kate just prior to the recess. So I will be giving my ruling now, and both parties will have to listen to the podcast to find out the consequences of said ruling. For the matter of Mama Kate's charges of Stu flying from London, England to Michigan without coming to Ohio to visit her or myself, I find in favor of Mama Kate. Stu, I sentence you to sing the song, "We Don't Give a Damn About the Whole State of Michigan," and it must be submitted to the court in video form by Friday, October 19th, to be posted to the We Don't Have Cookies Facebook page, which the listeners can like by going to facebook.com/We Don't Have Cookies. And if it is not received by that time, Stu, you will be suspended from the show indefinitely. I would also like to let the listeners know that I've included bonus content of this episode of the pre- and post shows. There will be a link to that in the show notes as well. With that said, court is adjourned.
Thanks for listening. Tell your friends about all the fun we had and leave a review. See you next time.
Choo Choo Stu, I want to make sure that you know that I am not biased in any way, even though I can't fathom what your defense could possibly be.
She said she was done. She said she was done with me. But the end was something I couldn't comprehend. Oh, see, sometimes you've got to take the bull by the horns and the monkey by its tail. the giraffe by its neck, and I don't know what you'd grab on a whale. But I do know this: she'll be back to me someday, 'cause I stole her insulin. My God, yeah, I stole her insulin. My Lord, well, she'll be sorry. She said it was over when she's deep inside her diabetic coma. Now she needs me in a way that science can't understand. Please take my hand, and I'll give you all the insulin you need. Come back to me now. Come back to me now. Come back to me now. Now I've got your insulin. You need your insulin. I've got your insulin.
Hey guys, it's Christina Hughes, the Queen of Fancy, with the flair for the swear. Be sure to check out my website, fancycomedy.com, and follow me on Twitter, @fancycomedy.
I'd have sex with you if your body looked like it does with clothes on. And I'd have sex with you if my friends would never find out. I'd have sex with you if I could watch really good porn in the background. And I'd have sex with you if I were a lesbian. You're so in my league. I'm so not in yours. I'd have sex with you if you weren't surrounded by beautiful women. And I'd have sex with you, but you haven't shaved your legs. I'd have sex with you, but I'd rather jack off to someone hotter. And I'd have sex with you if I had that flashy thingy from Men in Black. Ka-choo! But I don't have the flashy thingy, so we'd both remember. I'd have sex with you if having sex means having sex with your hot friend. And I'd have sex with you if I could charge you by the minute. I'd have sex with you if your face looked like it does on Facebook. And I'd have sex with you, but you won't have sex with me.
Yeah, I'll say medicine, but it's medicinal, honestly. I've got what's called a Theresa May.
Oh, what's that?
Well, Theresa May is our Prime Minister.
Well, I know who Theresa May is, but how is she medicinal?
Well, she done her party political speech thing today, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She's obviously suffering with a terrible cold and cough. And every few seconds she had to stop to cough and clear her throat. But that's what I've got.
Oh.
I've got a similar sort of thing, you know? So,
in the States, we call that a cold.
Well, it's a... I've just renamed it today as a Theresa May.
Apparently in London, they get a Theresa May.
Yeah, no, I've had it bad since Saturday, really. It's got progressively worse.
Yeah.
So I phoned in sick yesterday. And I
mean, really, can't those trains drive themselves by this point? I mean, they're on tracks. Can't they just GPS it?
But the thing is, when something goes wrong, you've got to be totally on the ball.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're feeling under the weather, I was driving the train the other day, I was like falling asleep. I felt so rough, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not really a good idea. So
Missing stops, just keep driving. Just keep going.
Yeah, until we get home.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get you on the next round.
Exactly. So how's things over there anyway with you guys?
Hot. Stupid weather.
You're still hot over there?
It's still fucking hot. It's like 80 degrees today. Stupid.
I've put the central heating on earlier on because it was a bit chilly. But then I had to turn it off because you then start sweating, you know.
Yeah.
So, and the wife comes home from work. She's been cycling, so she's obviously hot.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure the heating's gone off for about an hour or so before she walks in, you know.
But don't you like her hot and sweaty? Does that do it for you? Like, baby, why are you hot and sweaty?
Yeah.
Let's
exactly.
get upstairs.
Yeah. I do talk like that sometimes.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I have to talk like that when I'm around somebody with a British accent.
She says, go, blimey, darling. Get these clothes off me.
Yeah. Figure she'd be like, shut up, you bloody git.
Except my wife is Scandinavian, so she hasn't got an English accent at all.
Oh. I didn't realize you guys were so international over there.
Definitely. Who I was going to settle down with was just like rolling the dice, really, because I've been out with like a Maltese, a Chinese.
Maltese? Isn't that a dog? It's like a little, like kind of like
well, she wasn't that bad.
A Yorkshire Terrier type dog. Yeah. Is that legal in England? I mean, here in Ohio, they just made bestiality illegal like 6 months ago. So
I had a Maltese, a Chinese, a Nepalese,
mm-hmm.
and what was the Irish. So I've been sort of like different, you know,
mm-hmm.
been around the world with women. But I stopped off in Finland, and that's what I ended up with.
You never went back?
Never went back. Well, I looked back a few times, but it was too far in the distance, you know. The horizon is getting further and further away.
Well, it's like you can look back, but then you have to look in the mirror, and you're like, oh, well, there's no point in looking back, because I am what I am today. That's not going anywhere.
Oh, blimey. Yeah. Oh.
I can't hear you.
Okay, there we go.
There you are.
All right. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a quick episode of martial law. Katie's got to go at 2:15.
Okay, cool.
If you want to do another episode with me sometime within the next week or so, let me know, because I'd like to do one with just you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm always up for it, Jason. It's just, you know, the time difference and my work and stuff like that. But when I can do it, I'll definitely do it. No problem.
All right. You guys ready?
Nope.
Okay, well, we'll do about 5 more minutes for Katie to get ready.
Okay. No, go ahead.
By the way, I got a bailiff now.
Is it the cat?
No, she's going to, it's the person who does the intro for the show. She's going to introduce the episode as an episode of martial law. Ooh. And she's the bailiff who's going to introduce me very sluttily and say, all rise, the Honorable Jason. It's going to be great. I had her do it 2 ways. One is just a straight up bailiff, like, all rise, blah, blah, blah. And then one's just a slutty mess. And I kind of like the slutty mess. So
that sounds really good. Oh, I like that. I like the idea of that.
Yeah, me too.
I was going to say, can she introduce me as well? All slutty like.
I'm supposed to be talking to her this weekend, so we'll see. You never know. I'm going to also try to get the guy who did the cover art to do a version of the cover art, but with me with a judge's wig and a robe on.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to issue the ruling a little later because Mama Kate's got to go. And
I don't get to hear the ruling?
I got to figure out what the punishment is. And I don't know who I'm going to rule for. Maybe Mama Kate gets punished. Maybe Mama Kate has to fly all the way to the UK. and instead of going to London, she has to go to Edinburgh and check out the festival and take pictures and then come back. And just to show it's not that easy to visit somebody when you're abroad.
Yeah.
No, I'm not calling you abroad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'll do that. That's a good punishment. I just don't know who's paying for that ticket. I mean, I don't.
Well,
got much
that's why
going
it's a
on these
punishment.
days.
You have to. I mean,
That's a very expensive punishment.
hey, you agreed to come on the show.
I think she at least needs to come and pick me up from the airport.
You go from the airport where? In London? Detroit?
Well, Stu, I'm sorry to keep it so short. I was hoping to do a longer one with you, but I knew you wanted to do something with Mama Kate, and she threw down the gauntlet on the martial law thing. So I thought, I've been so busy lately, I didn't know the next time I'd be able to line something up.
Yeah.
But hopefully me and you can line something up within the next week or two.
And you're just cutting me out, just like that.
Well, you got to leave in 3 minutes.
Just nothing, right? You're like, we'll just set something up without this stupid bitch we have here. I mean, I'm not saying she's a stupid bitch, but she's a stupid bitch.
It was heavily implied.
So mean.
And all of that's going to be a bonus clip that I'm going to add.
Yeah.
All this little banter here. So if you're listening to this, let me know how the hell you listen to it, because I put out bonus content before and I can't listen to it. So let me know. I'd be very interested to know. It is weird. I put out bonus content on some of the episodes, and on the device, on the app that I use to listen to my podcast, it doesn't come up. I'm being serious. If you are listening to this, please let me know how. I just want to know how it works, because I'm thinking about not doing that anymore. I don't do it a lot, and
I'm sure it just comes out like the other content, doesn't it?
Well, that's what I thought, but it comes out with the episode. So when you get an episode, I just assumed there was something around where the show notes would be, or it would just come out just like this, only it would just show as a bonus or something. But
yeah.
I don't know. It's very odd.
Yeah, I don't know. It's maybe
Are you doing the cave crew tonight?
if I'm well enough. Cave crew is at like 2 a.m. for me.
Yeah.
So, and as I'm not even going to work, I don't know. It might be a long day tomorrow, but we'll wait and see.
See, I need to bring Kate on to martial law, but I need another judge, because she doesn't listen to my podcast because she's got kids and she doesn't want them to hear it, and she's got other things to do, but she tunes in live almost every fucking week to listen to you. And I don't know how that works.
See, she needs to just get a Bluetooth headset or something, and she can walk around as she's feeding all her children.
Headset. My 17-year-old has absconded with it. He asked if he could use it one night, and I never got it back. Fuckhead.
That sucks.
I know.
You have to hide everything, especially headphones.
I got a pair in my drawer, and then I bought these in Pennsylvania. They're ear candy. I think this is ear skull candy, something like that.
Yeah, skull candy, yeah.
They're the best pair of headphones I've ever had.
I put mine by my bed so that when I go to bed, I can put them on. But what happens, I get home from work and my headphones are gone because the kids have taken them. So what I've done now, or what I do, I steal my children's headphones.
Oh, yeah.
They're
probably yours.
And I just put them all beside my bed because I know they're going to come and look in to steal mine when they can't find theirs. And that way, their own up.
So you wear headphones to sleep?
Yeah. I can't just go to bed and go to sleep. I have to either watch something on YouTube or listen to a podcast.
I thought maybe your wife snored.
No, she does. Last night I went to bed listening to Metal Thunder Radio.
That always puts me right to sleep.
It's like listening to a lullaby.
Well, thanks for coming on, Stu. I really appreciate it. Kate's got to go, and my wife is hate texting me, so I need to. We got a couple of tons of gravel coming tomorrow, and she's trying to figure out what the price is, and I don't really want.
So you're not going to rule? How's he going to find out the punishment?
Oh, he'll find out.
Because clearly he's going to be punished, right?
One of you will be.
Well, then how am I going to find out? Because I'm not listening to this shit. I was already on it. Why am I going to listen to it?
That might be the double punishment.
It made me listen to podcasts.
Now you have to listen from episode 1 to 160. And I want individual reports.
I just hate listening to myself is really.
We need to just set her 100 questions on which episode did such and such say this, or who said this on.
But I'm not being punished.
That's what I should do. We should do We Don't Have Cookies Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And we'll just have 3 people. You guys buzz in. That would be great. Well, you have a good day, Stu. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, you take care.
See you later.
See ya, Mama.
Bye.
Hey, hi, hello, this is the chat guy. Hey, hi, hello, thanks for stopping by. I like you and I hope you like I. Hey, hi, hello, hey, hi, goodbye.